Today, 80 billion pieces of clothing are manufactured each year, almost 400% more than 20 years ago. As you may know, clothing retailers like Penneys, H&M, Boohoo and Zara manufacture clothing with cheap materials and outsource labor in countries like China, India and Bangladesh. This results in a huge increase in fashion choices for you and me. But what impact does this fast fashion model have on the environment? In this video, I will explain how the making, the delivery, and the treatment of our clothing is causing major harm to the environment. A lot of different elements go into the making of an item of clothing, from the energy and resources it takes to make the fabric, to the labor it takes to put it together. One of the most dangerous aspects of manufacturing clothing is the chemicals. The fashion industry is the second largest consumer industry of water in the entire world, along with textile dyeing being the world's second largest polluter of water. The use of pesticides during the farming of materials like cotton, along with the dyeing and bleaching of textiles, results in harmful wastewaters filled with chemicals being released into the environment. China, one of the world's largest clothing exporters, has declared that nearly 1/3 of its rivers are too polluted for human contact. And India's Punjab region, known for its cotton farming, has seen a rise in cancer, birth defects, and severe intellectual disabilities in children. Not only are these mass-produced methods of fashion manufacturing causing the land, soil, and water to be destroyed, it is also killing the people who live there. It is difficult to find accurate facts and statistics on fast fashion, particularly during the transportation phase. As we know, the manufacturing of our clothing occurs overseas, but not always in the same location. Most items of clothing have been on a journey through multiple countries. Raw materials could be processed in one country and the textiles produced in another, resulting in needless transportation. And with each journey a piece of clothing takes, it is sealed in plastic packaging and cardboard boxes that are never used again. The clothing is then stored in warehouses, waiting to be shipped further to retail stores or to be shipped to your door. And with the news of China's new Silk Road, the amount of fast fashion products being transported to Europe will only increase. Due to the low cost of fast fashion, fashion brands now typically produce 52 micro-seasons a year, or a new collection of clothing every week. The effects these low costs and limitless choices have is overconsumption. In fact, the fast fashion model encourages consumers to view clothing as disposable. It is estimated that only 4% of textiles are currently recycled, and in Ireland, most textiles end up in landfill. A lot of materials like polyester are made of plastic fibers, which can take 200 years to decompose. It is estimated that 72% of our clothing contain synthetic fibers like this that cannot be broken down. Some Irish waste is shipped to other European countries to be incinerated, which also causes serious health hazards and contributes to the climate crisis. The truth is, the amount of clothes we buy today is unnecessary and avoidable. The best way to combat the fast fashion phenomenon is to discourage these fashion brands from overproducing. The fast fashion industry relies on the cooperation of the consumer to buy their products without thinking twice about the impact it has. In order to combat this, we must change our perception of clothing. If you can afford to spend money on regular shopping sprees, instead of choosing to buy hauls from fast fashion brands, buy clothes that are well made, from reliable suppliers. Buying clothes closer to home makes a huge difference, and viewing clothes as an investment rather than replaceable is key to stopping this harmful trend. Another way in which you can help fight fast fashion is to learn how to repair and alter clothing yourself. Sewing used to be a common skill that our generation doesn't seem to possess. Simply learning to sew holes and buttons rather than throwing away your clothes isn't a revolutionary idea. It's what generations before us did. In summary, the fast fashion industry impacts the environment hugely, from manufacturing to transport and eventual waste. Although you may not see these impacts firsthand, you now know the harm it causes.